Hello everyone, Xanaro Gaming coming at y'all with another video, and in today's video we are talking Digimon. And we have a new set coming right around the corner in just a couple of weeks. I know we just had the recent EX set happen, and I loved the decks that I built with that. I was able to play with a couple of them this past weekend, but Digimon's moving fast, card games typically do, and we are on to the next thing. I will try to get a couple more deck profiles in of the decks I built from the EX9 set, but I'm having a little issue trying to figure out the best ways to build the DM deck and all those other decks. So I'm going to take some more time to test with them, and I'll get some more deck profiles out. But let's talk about Cybereden. This is BT22. This set is so hype. If you have not played any of the Digimon Story games, now's your time to do it. You got a couple weeks. You could maybe get them done in the time. I doubt it, though, because you're going to have so much fun playing the game. But go play the games because this set is around the Tamers in the games, and you're going to want to play those games. That way you're really into these Tamers and what they got going on, because this is celebrating the release of the new game that is coming out at the beginning of next month, I believe, right? July, August. It's coming out soon. I could be wrong. Maybe it's beginning of the month after, but it's all about Cybereden in this set. So it's all the Tamers. The Tamers get a lot of love and support in this set. They get SP arts, all this really cool stuff. So, whichever one of these Tamers is your favorite, there's actually a couple hidden on here that they're not showing from this front one that are also awesome. This is the set for Tamers, and for you to really pick your favorite Tamer and have someone to go off of, because I think this is going to be a really big set for the game. But with all that out of the way, this will be available in stores July 25th. So, looking at the calendar here, that means not this weekend, but next weekend should be your store's pre-release events that are taking place of that. So make sure you get signed up on your local game stores pre-release events if they have it on the app, and if not, tell them to make sure they put it on there so you can make sure you get your spot for it. We will be having ours at Omni Cards Collectibles and Gaming in Moultrie, Georgia. If you're in the area, please come by. But going through point one, what do they want us to see? Many characters from Digimon Story Cybersleuth are gathered. So Cybersleuth being the games, we have Aimi Aiba. So we have the other Aiba from the first game, Takumi Aiba. Now we're getting Aimi Aiba, which is just meaning, I guess, like if you pick the female character in the game, this would be the main character. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Very generic. This is a 4 play cost tamer. And then she says, your turn, when any of your Digimon digivolve into a Digimon card with the CS trait, if it has a Digivolution card with the same level as the Digivolved Digimon, by suspending this tamer, that Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the CS trait in the hand without paying the cost. So we're going to have some kind of way and mechanic to get the same level Digimon sources in our Digimon. And she is absolutely just the generic CS tamer. You're going to want to get multiple play sets of this one. Luckily, she is an SR, so probably won't be too crazy in price when the set comes out, but I foresee her being a one that you're going to want to have a lot, because going in the future, CS stuff, surprise it, CS is going to be a new trait, but it means that this is the new set. The new trait, CS, will be the set that everything revolves around going forward, just like how they've been doing with Digimon Liberator over the last year, which is the main thing. Everything usually shares that Liberator trait, and that will work the same way with this CS from what we can tell, right? Obviously, it plays from security, but the Tamer's got a lot of love in this, and look at these Rs. These are so beautiful. They are really, really amazing. I love this art a lot. It's like she's getting sucked into the digital world. And then this one is just here with the 3 different rookie starters that you can choose from, all being with her here, which is really, really cool. I love this. I'm a sucker for SP rares, and I want to collect every version of these cards. Now, a lot of people's favorite tamer from the games is going to be Nokia, our DNA Digivolve girl herself. She really gets so much love and treatment. Like, she has a Gabumon and Agumon as her tamer, Digimon. So she gets 2 partner Digimon, which means she's gonna be doing the DNA stuff. She is so cool in the game. Really surprising they gave her such cool Digimon, but her Agumon and Gabumon kind of have a personality to match with her, anyways. So they are not our typical Agumon and Gabumon, but she is an awesome, cute tamer. Love the art on her as well. But she is a 5 play cost, so very expensive. But she is a memory setter, and she says, start of your main phase and on play, If you have one or fewer Digimon, you may play one Agumon or Gabumon from your hand without paying the cost. So if you have one or fewer, you get to play the Agumon or Gabumon, and typically you're going to want to play the other version. This is going to do so much to help out the DNA Digivolve deck. You have so many different ways to play DNA Digivolve Omnimon now. So obviously we're probably hoping that we get an Omnimon in the set, right? Spoilers, we do. And then all turns, all your Digimon with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon in their names gets plus 1000 DP, which is a very nice generic effect to have. That 1000 DP may come up. That's not really important. That could not be on the card and you would still play it because she makes it where you always have an ability at the start of your turn. If your opponent clears your board, move up a rookie. You have one or fewer, play one from free, which is really, really good. It would be nice since she's a 5 play cost to let you play one from your hand or trash. Because you're going to want to recur those a little bit. So it'll be a little interesting to see how many of these play. I do think that she's going to be essential in the deck as a 2 or 3 of, since she will be the memory setter. But obviously, we got other arts for her. Super cute with the Gabumon and Agumon next to her partner Digimon. The color scheme is beautiful. I love this art. It is absolutely amazing. And then this one is just so freaking cool. Like this one, pushing one of my favorite card arts in the game. Obviously, she looks really cute, confident, fun, and then the like kind of ghost art that she has of the War Greymon and the Metal Garurumon, looking like it's the versions of the arms of the Omnimon whenever they're getting ready to DNA. This art is goated. This is one of the best arts in Digimon. This is insane. I want this card for sure. It is so pretty, insane, so good. And a lot of people have been asking for it, and Arata Sonata, a lot of people's, emo edge boy lord, edge lord from the game. Finally, after so much time getting his other copy, we've missed Nokia, but they have supported, Omnimon, so we've not. Sorry, I started storming outside here. If my lights flicker, don't worry about it too much. But Nokia has, been played in decks here and there, but we've not really like had a full fleshed out kind of only built around Nokia. But we have had, our unidentified trait stuff going on, and we've needed this Arata Sonata. So I know a lot of buddies of mine who are really happy to have this Arata Sonata. And so let's see what he does. He's a play cost of 4. You play it for free from security. It is a memory setter. And then he also says, opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, by suspending this tamer, change the attack target to one of your Digimon with the unidentified or CS trait. Very cool that he is CS trait, because that makes you kind of want to play these together. Having that CS trait on the body. Nokia also has no CS on the trait. But he can let you redirect into any of your CS trait Digimon, so you can kind of probably play a lot of these Tamers, however which way you kind of really want to. But really, really cool. Just having another name, Arata Sonata, I don't think this effect is incredibly crazy, because it's just once per turn. Switch it into one of your token, Dioboromon tokens, and then get a free life off, or get a free not having to take life off of that. But he also has an inherit effect, which is very interesting, right? Him and Yuko having these inheritable effects. Opponent's turn once per turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, if this Digimon is Eater Adam, you may change the attack target to one of your unidentified or CS trait Digimon. So just kind of letting you redirect if you do Digivolve on top of him, or have some ways to tuck him in the sources. So let's get on to what his art looks like. So cool, really cool, coming in on the screen there. This art in this set is absolutely amazing. This is so cool. Love the art here. And then this one, him having his partner Digimon Dioboromon on it, is really dope. I like the color scheme on this here. Really bringing me back to like the anime and game style with this one. I like this one. This one team does look to be a little bit different art style than these two in the terms of the color scheme and finish. I can't really read the artist. Akiyoshi Honjo. Yeah, so all the same artists, just maybe just a little bit different design on it. I'm sure the card looks amazing, but really cool, sick art here. Going on to our next tamer, like I said, this is the set for tamers, and we have Yuko Kamishiro. CS trait, this is another SR. All of these are SRs, I do believe. Yes, we didn't miss any. All the tamers get the SR treatment here. Play cost of 4. Security play it. Start your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. Awesome. Red and black. So a dual color tamer here, being able to let us activate that Hades force. And then all turns, when attack targets change, By suspending this tamer for the turn, your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name or the CS trait, and it gets 3000 DP. So this is directly support for the CS. When you go to a block or do anything, you can just boost something by 3000. And if it happens to be a Greymon that isn't CS, you get the 3000. Or if it's just any CS trait Digimon from the set that has a CS trait, boost it by 3000. A very versatile effect. You could run both of these, him as a memory setter and her, in a deck together, I would assume, and be able to do all these shenanigans and not miss out of everything. But also, I'm sure she has her own scheme going on with a good old Blackwood Greymon, if I had to guess. But also, all turns once per turn when attack target change. If this Digimon is Eater Eve, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP for the turn. So this is going to be our Adam, and this is going to be our Eve. Both little kind of, edgelordy looking. She looks really, really sad, but super cute. Love her art design as well. Interesting to see them change it up a little bit for this one. Really sick. Having Imi Iba, reaching out, grabbing out to her, trying to help her out. You are the hero in the show or the game, trying to bring her out from the depths of despair. Love this art. Really beautiful. Really, really cool touch here. Because they could have just not had the hand there, just focus on that art. They're like, how do we make this better? Oh, show, the hero in the game helping her out. Love this art. And then this one is just so cool and sick to see them, back to back with each other, trying to save the digital world. Just really, really cool. I love this art a lot. I like the gold kind of digitized version. This is pretty cool. Can't deny it. But we have the brother, the other character, CS trait, security, play it for free. Play cost of 3. Your turn. When any of your Digimon or Tamers with the CS trait would be played, by returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, reduce the play cost by 2. So this is very generic CS support, but it also says on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the CS trait among them to your hand, return the deck, rest of the deck bottom. So you play this for 3, search whatever you need out, and then just play that Digimon or a different Tamer, and then you can return this to the bottom of the deck to reduce it by 2. So this is great cycle for the deck, being able to do all kinds of different things. Also going to be a very, very generic, important tamer for the set. It being an uncommon, I don't mind that, they're not all super rares. They can't all be super rares, but seeing it as an uncommon is really cool in his art design. I love this coat that he has on, by the way. Okay, nice alt art here, just looking like a straight boss. Really interesting, seeing the I can't really tell. This is just him, getting ready to go into the digital world, looking back at us, in the separation of the art in the room, and then him getting ready to walk into the digital world. And then this one, very, very trippy, very, very cool art. I'm not sure if I understand the reference here too much about what's going on, but it does look like another maybe Digivolution experience going on here with some different stuff. Leave in the comments below, what is this reference here? I don't understand too much, but it could be based off of a combination of the Digimon. I would have to imagine, if so. But this is really sick art too. I think if I had to pick between these, oh my god, it's so hard, but the Nokia with this art. I am obviously a sucker for the, Omnimon, and this is going to be so beautiful. But they are all awesome arts for sure. Can't wait to play them. Hopefully, the Yuko does some help for me in my Blackwood Greymon. I do know later I'll be getting Blackwood Greymon set. If anyone knows me, I am a Blackwood Greymon stand. I love Blackwood Greymon. I've never stopped playing it, by the way, and I do pretty well with it, even to this day. But the lineup includes many non-main characters that played major roles in the story as well, and there are a lot of them, and we are going over each one, so keep hanging out with me for sure, because there are a lot of fan favorites that are making their way back, and a couple of new characters a lot of people don't know about, right? But let's get into it. Everyone has been freaking out about Rei Kishibe online, and it's because obviously she is beautiful. Her art style is amazing with the long gloves, the cute hair. Really, just obviously super cute character. And she's a play cost of 3. This is support for Lord Nightmon, being her partner Digimon. Start of your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory, very generic. 3 play costs. So if you ever do have to hard play this down, over a couple turns of the game, you've already gotten your enter your memory back over. And then end of your turn once per turn by deleting one of your other Digimon or Tamers with Nightmon in their text or the CS trait. This Tamer may Digivolve into Lord Nightmon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. So, CS trait, Lord Nightmon. The Lord Nightmon does not have to be the CS trait. It could just be Lord Nightmon. And we have plenty of new copies of Lord Nightmon, but I do think this wants to play around the newer, just, straight purple-black kind of version of the Lord Nightmon, not the purple stuff, but it is not color restricted. And you do not get to ignore the Digivolution requirements, which is an issue with this card because only the new one in this set has the requirements that let you go into her. But regardless, she does just give you the one generic memory, and she is, just freaking so cute. Love her. I am going to bring back Lord Nightmon. I have a build. I just haven't been playing it. The deck is still cool, kind of controlly, but I do think that this may help. And when we get to the Lord Nightmon, I probably won't be covering that. Like I said, I'm just trying to do what they want us to see and go over it for everybody, right? We got Jimmy Ken. Oh, Kenny. He is so cool. This is your, punk rock guy. Play cost of 4. Play him out of security. He's an uncommon CS trait. They all got that CS trait. Start of your turn if you have 2 less memory set to 3, so it's a memory setter. And this is finally a tamer who picked a good Digimon that no one talks about, and it's Meramon. He's the flame guy. This guy knows what's up. Play the fire Digimon. He says your turn when your Digimon are played or Digivolving if any of them have the Flame or CS trait. So it could be generic, just CS trait if you want to run him as your memory setter for a CS deck. By suspending this tamer, activate one of those Digimon's main effects. If this activated effect, gain 1 memory. So this guy is cracked. This is a lot on a card. Set your memory, lets you use your activate main effects, and you gain a memory from doing it. You're going to get so much value in recursion from this guy. I know usually memory setters you don't max out of, but I can imagine already that this probably would be maxed out in a deck because you want to get multiple of these off, right? Because it just says when they are played or Digivolving, you can use him, get multiple Kennies to activate their main effects, which is going to just pop off, gain a lot of memory. I am super excited for Kenny, or Jimmy, Ken. I like to call him Kenny because he reminds me of the Kenny from Attack on Titan for some reason. All right, we have Akemi Suido. Pretty sure that's how you say his last name. I could be wrong. Akemi Suido. 4 play costs. Security, play this card without playing the cost. It is all turns when this Digimon is Mother Eater. It gains Rush, Alliance, and Scapegoat. So we are going to get another big bad. This is the tamer for them, right? It says your turn when any of your Digimon with the Eater trait are played. By suspending the tamer, gain 1 memory. Then if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw a card. Very nice. 7 or fewer, draw a card and gain a memory. Not bad. Main, place the tamer as any of your Mother Eater's bottom Digivolution cards. So self-reliant, being able to tuck him underneath the Mother Eater. Very curious to see what she does. Really cool. I like his art design as well. All right, getting into a long time fan favorite, we got Kyoko Kurime herself. She is so cool in the game. She does so much for you too. Like, you are not able to do anything without Kyoko, our favorite detective. She is super cool. Even this normal art here is absolutely awesome. This is one of the secret rares for the set. Yes, we got a secret rare tamer, and I'm glad they gave her justice because we're finally getting her in the game. She deserves to be a secret rare. I love Kyoko. Security, play it. 5 play costs. Memory setter. All turns when any of your level 4 or higher CS trait Digimon are deleted. By suspending this tamer, return 1 CS trait Digimon card from your trash to your hand. So, generic CS support. Whenever your level 4 or higher CS gets deleted, suspend her, and then you get to return 1 CS trait Digimon card from your trash to your hand. So, get anything in that sources back to your hand. Obviously, not the egg. Your turn once per turn when this tamer unsuspends. If you don't have Alphamon, this tamer may Digivolve into Alphamon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. So you can only do it with the new Alphamon because the new Alphamon has her as a requirement on the card to Digivolve into. But even if you don't want to run Alphamon in your CS decks, I think that this CS card is just so absolutely good that it is going to be generic. And I love how generic they're making these through. I think they did a good job with the DM trait set from EX 09, but they are really fleshing out, kind of trying to make that happen in this set. And I think they're already doing a better job with how generic these tamers are. I can't wait to mess with Kyoko. She's so cool in the games. I love Kyoko. You will see multiple deck profiles of me using Kyoko. I love her. All right, another fan favorite, a tamer that is so strong in all the games that she shows up in. Rina Shino Mia. All of the Old Force Digimon fans rejoice because you're getting another one, and she is so good because first off, she's a memory setter for you. She plays for 4. Get her from security for free, obviously. Just that alone. Memory setter and her, right? I don't need to tell you anything else. All Old Force fans are happy because this means they're getting more support for Old Force. And I don't think Old Force has been in a bad spot. I think people just haven't been playing him. He's still a really strong deck. He is really, really good. But she's a memory setter, and then on play, one of your Digimon with Featuremon in its name gets 3000 DP plus 3000 DP until your opponent's turn ends. Very important that it gives it through to the end of the turn of your opponent's turn because now you are boosted up big time because one of the downfalls of Old Force was if you're not able to control their board with the Old Force, then you're going to have some issues, being able to block out those big bodies. But now you don't have to worry about that. The 3000 will constantly keep you over 15,000 or up to at least 14 if you don't have anything else, which is really, really, really important. But it gets better because she is going to let you cycle. Your turn when one of your Digimon with Featuremon and its name's attacks. By returning this tamer to the hand, that Digimon gains jamming. So getting the jamming is really, really nice, but the thing that's super nice about it is that she goes back to your hand, which is really, really important because you're going to get to play her for free. Get the on play of her again. Get the on play of your Old Force. It's cycling, baby. You're doing so much with her. This card is going to be so important for the deck. Love to see Rina Shinomiya. She has beat me up so many times in all the games because her Old Force is a menace, and Old Force will be back in the meta big time for sure because of her. I don't even need to know what the rest of the stuff does. I do kind of know because I've looked ahead a little bit. Another fan favorite. We're getting all the waifu cards in this set. They are doing so good with the arts too. We have Mirai Mikagura. She is so cool. People love her. This is your Mastemon tamer. 3 play cost, security, play it. Start your main phase by returning this tamer to the bottom of the deck. You may play 1 play cost for a higher Mirai or play cost for a higher tamer card with the CS trait from your hand without paying the cost. So, the start of the main phase, you can send her back to play out another CS trait tamer. So, keeping her in line if you want to just have generic CS support, which is really, really good. Or she lets you, cheat the memory to play out a 4 or higher Mirai. So, now that 5 cost Mirai is only going to cost you 3 on the following turn because start of your main, drop that one down, put her back. So you're cheating out to memory. So that is something to think about, right? Like she really is kind of cheating you to memory, being able to get these other Mirais out. And that is one of the best parts about this card without even reading the rest. But she's also cycle for your deck. On play by trashing 1 card with Holy Beast, Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel, or CS trait from your hand. Draw 2 cards. So great support for just CS alone, regardless of whether you do anything else. This is the cycle engine to help CS decks be really, really consistent. But then it also just helps out the deck. I love seeing new cards like this because they directly support older stuff. Not forgetting about the older stuff, but making it good and generic enough to support newer stuff too. This Mirai is big time for sure. But one I was actually really surprised about is Sayo being our other secret rare. If I had to guess, I thought they were going to give it to Mirai, or Rina, or even our boy Arata. I maybe thought would have been a good option, or the Nokia, which she, just a SR. Really interesting that they gave it to Sayo. But they did, right? And it's cool. I'm happy they did. Now Sayo gets the treatment. I think people would have been really upset if another Rina or a Mirai would have been super expensive. So I'm glad that maybe they thought about that when they were, thinking about the set. What to make a secret rare. I think in terms of importance of the lore, I don't know if Sayo deserved the SEC treatment. But she did. And I'm happy for anyone who wants to play the deck. But we all know that the Galaxy deck is toxic for the engine. So hopefully, reading through this effect, we see that, maybe she tones it in and this is not so generic and it has to be forced to only play with itself. So, play cost of 4, play it from security, secret rare, Nightclaw, and CS trait. So, it is Nightclaw, so you will get to search it with your Nightclaw cards. Start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon gain a memory, very generic, helps you out a lot. And then your turn, when one of your Digimon with 2 or more same level cards in its stack attacks. By suspending this Tamer, Digivolve it into a Digimon card with the Nightclaw, Lightfang, Galaxy, or CS trait in the trash with the Digivolution reduced by 2. So she's getting you memory and she's stealing memory. This is busted. And it will be abused in the Galaxy Loop shenanigans because they didn't do anything to save it from that. Awesome art. I'm not going to hate on the card. I don't like the Galaxy engine. I think it's toxic for the Digimon card game. They need to mess with that engine, the Tamers and such. But in general, this Tamer is amazing. There's a reason it's a secret rare. These effects are really, really good. It is generic enough to get you all the CS trait stuff. It doesn't have to be a Nightcall, Lightfang, or Galaxy. Whenever you get to do it, whenever you attack with 2 or more same level. So I am interested to see. None of these Tamers have said anything about tucking same levels in with their stats, right? So there has to be engine in the set for the Digimon to let us do that. But overall, I love the Tamers. Oh my god, this set. I'm going to buy so many of these boxes for this set because these Tamers are absolutely amazing. Tamers are one of the best parts of Digimon when they're paired with their Digimon because then it adds that extra dynamic of finding your favorite duo and favorite people who you like as opposed to just being only Digimon. I am obsessed with this set already, and I can't wait to build decks for all of these characters. But we're going to be in 3 videos the way I edit and split it, but let me know what you guys think. I am super excited for the set, probably more excited than I've been for any set in the card game for a very, very long time. The Tamers, I am a sucker for Tamers. I love Tamers. They are part of the connection with them and their Digimon that make me love Digimon so much because that is how you feel when you're playing the game, right? You and your partner Digimon going through the game, trying to find a way to beat the games, and it's just so much fun. I love it. But don't forget to leave the video a like. Subscribe to the channel. I will be making more content going over this set in a little bit more better detail and maybe try to do some deck profiles for you guys. But leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more Digimon content for y'all. Peace.